Now, the inventory menu has the ability to separate your inventory into different part categories. You'll have a part table. You can make adjustments. You can see what you have as far as every single product or piece that you own in our stocking department. Transfer inventory is we can make transfers, say from back at your business into certain trucks. We can follow transactions, we can create purchase orders, and we can also merge purchase orders. As you can see right here, I have several different part categories, and these are all defined by you. So should I want to create a new part category? Very simple. I just set in the category name. I could set in the description. I click on OK. I save and close. And ABCDEF is now created as a part category. As far as my part table goes, when I click on my part table, initially it's going to list off every single part that I have, how many are on hand and how many are on order, what category is it under, where is it stocked, as well as what are the list prices, what's the primary location, what's the last cost, what's the sales price, and who are my different suppliers for this specific part. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select right here one of my parts. As far as my categories go, you could select right here. So where does Dave Lennox signature belong? Is it heating, electrical? As far as my purchasing goes, I have the last costs by default, who is the least expensive out of all of my available suppliers. And in my inventory section right here, you can see that I have what is on hand back at the office. I have my minimums on hand that I can set up right here. So the minute my system reaches 20, uh, it will indicate set off an alert when I'm making any type of work order to start creating a new purchase order for this product specifically. If you are distributing and there is expiry dates, quantities per box, weight, cubes that days on wearing, it can all be set up in my tracking portion. I also have on my part table, say if I have thousands of parts and I need to look at something specifically, I have a filter available to me. I can search by category, search by type, my manufacturer, supplier, by part number, or by status. This will also help me to, the more specific I am within my search, the more specific, the system will be and show you the available parts that you're looking for. My adjustments, it's very, 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 very simple. If they're, I could select by supplier, so say we'll choose Mike's Repair Depot. These are all the different types of parts that I ordered from Mike's Repair Depot. And if there are any adjustments that I need to make from what's on hand, I can do so and right now, as you can see, the following will be added, removed from your inventory. Are you sure you want to continue? So say when anything comes in and you want to make a certain adjustment or anything is subtracted, you can come into the adjustment and you can add and subtract whatever parts you would like. In my initialization, if there's any parts in specific that I need to take a look at and I need to make adjustments to, I can always go into my part card, select that part, and make those necessary adjustments and write down any notes if necessary. As far as my stocking goes, my stocking is very simple. Just like anywhere else in the software, I have a set of very defined searches available to me if I need to look for a specific part. But most importantly, when I click on refresh, what it's going to demonstrate is absolutely every single part that I own. As you can see, at the top of each of these parts, I have little search keys that are available to me. So if I want to search by code, if I want to search by category, if I want to search by part, by location, it'll list off and show me what's on hand, what's on order, what's minimum on hand, initial costs. The transfer is very simple as well. So we're going to state that Infosite Repairs is my company. and I need to make an inventory transfer at the beginning and middle of the day. I need to load truck number 1 with 10 cans of white paint. I save. Inventory transfer is done. It's as simple as that to keep track of what's going into my trucks and what's coming out. In my transactions menu, it's very simple. I could check on what's been on order, what's received, what's reserved, what's been issued. So if I want to look at what's been on order as far as a certain part, so what was the last order for my fuse boxes? And it'll state the date, it's still on order, what's the quantity, who's the source, what's the PO ID, and which user has created this order. My purchase order is quite simple. Here I have a list of all of the purchase orders I've created. Again, I have the filters available to me if there's a certain purchase order I'd like to look at specifically. When I look at my tables, I have, the status, what's confirmed, what's open, what's received, what's been approved, who are my suppliers, what are the dates, and what are the total costs. If I want to take a look or make any necessary adjustments, I can just click on the work order itself. I can then update it as far as the quantity I've received today. So I received 1. The status will automatically change to received. If you want to change the status to completed, you may do so. And whoever has the privilege of selecting or verifying it financially is the one that could change the financial status. In the instance that I want to create a new purchase order, very simple. I click on new at the top. I will then select my supplier, Joe's Hardware Store. I will add my necessary parts. I will then select the quantity, how many information such as issued, expected date, confirmed receipt, any necessary notes, any reference numbers. If any work order numbers that you'd like to attach it to, you may do so. I have the accounting totals and accounting reference if necessary. And I will also have a history of the orders I've made from Joe's Hardware Store for this parts. I can print, fax, email, file the information, and here is what my purchase order looks like. As far as my purchase order merge is concerned, I have a series of all of the purchase orders I've made. So say for instance, if I see that I have several purchase orders from one supplier in specific, like Paul's Electrical Supplies, and these orders have been made over months and they haven't been completed, or they're all in a relative time period and you want to merge them together. Paul's Electrical Supplies, Paul's Electrical Supplies. So the ID is 36 and 37. I want to merge these two together and follow them together. The PO merge has been done. So 36 and 37 have now become purchase order 93. I go in and all the details from both purchase orders will be available to me.